Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. Okay, you guys, we are out here in the streets. It's grocery haul day. We are still doing a pantry challenge, so I did not need a lot of things. My budget this week was $50. I was just a tiny bit over, but it's okay. Let me show you what I got, and then we will talk a little bit about what we're gonna do for meals. So over here, Food Line this week had the better sales as far as I was concerned. So I wrote down a couple of things that they had in the sale paper, and Alana did send me a list of a few other things that we might need. So this was my base list, and then she added on a few, and then Jackson and I, of course, picked up a couple of things as we were walking through. One of the things that can be extremely dangerous is walking through the store and just seeing stuff. Oh, I need that, I need that. So we have extra thin provolone. Cheeses were 2 for $4 this week. Extra thin provolone, extra thin sharp, and then the New York extra sharp cheddar. So $2 each. We're doing sandwiches for lunches, so that's why we have sliced cheese. Normally we do leftovers, but some weeks we don't have time to do cooking. So we just kind of do a quick grab of whatever we could find or whatever we can kind of make happen. So this week it was sandwiches. And so we have some Danish brand ham. This was $5.29. I think it was the cheapest one we saw for a pound. So sandwiches for lunch. And then of course we got these nature-owned butter bread. Now these butter breads were 2 for $5. It was on sale. I thought it was the wheat. It wasn't, just the butter bread. So I picked that up at 2 for $5. So these will be lunches for sister and mom for this week. Jackson eats at school, and so we're going to be okay with that. Picked up some eggs just as a way to have some protein things. Sometimes I like to do an egg in the evening, or I'll do an egg in the morning, or of course hard-boiled eggs, which we haven't done those in quite a while, but we still can. Just for some snacking, I like these wheat thins. They are these tomato basil, sun-dried tomato basil. I like this with just a little bit of cream cheese on it, or I could put some of the jam on it that I made with the cream cheese and just use that as a cracker. I picked up some of this zero sugar Jello treat just to put in my lunchbox. Sometimes I do need a snack. And I've been trying to eat like every couple hours, just eat a little bit of something. So I may have 4 or 5 crackers with a little bit of peanut butter or, you know. Today I had a 1/4 cup of chicken salad with a few crackers. And that's what I had like about 8 o'clock. And then I had another snack at about 10 o'clock. I didn't finish all of the chicken salad. I just ate a little bit. And then I finished it at the 10 o'clock hour. So that's how I try to do it. So sometimes I'll just have a little snack in my lunchbox. I may eat half and then eat the rest for my lunch. Depending on what classes I have for the day, my schedule is very different. Today I had 8th grade. And so I had a class, a break, 2 classes, a break, and then a class. Tomorrow I have 7th grade. So I have a class, a break, a longer break, and then 3 classes together. So it just depends on my school and where I am for the day. I picked up 5 pounds of russet potatoes. They were $1.99. I do think I'm going to try my hand at potatoes this next growing season to see if we can get something to grow. The only issue that I have with potatoes is you have to let them dry out. And I don't have anywhere for them to dry except my garage. And I don't like to keep open food in my garage. So that's my issue, is where would I dry these things out? Because I don't really have a place. And I don't want any, rodents in my house or in my garage. And to date, 7 years I've been in this house and I've not had a problem. Now we do have some outside, we have like 1 outside cat that comes around our yard. And then there are a couple more in the neighborhood. So I'm thankful that they're out there, but I don't want to cause any drama issues or whatever. So I'm going to consider. We have 0 sugar added Bush's baked beans. We've never had these before, but I thought, hey, we'll grab these. They were 2 for $4. That was an impulse purchase, but we could keep it in the pantry. And then pumpkin, we do make the dogs lick mats. And so Gwen usually eats Gracie's lick mat, and Gracie's totally fine with that, no problem. So this pumpkin was on $1.79. And then I did pick up some bologna to go with the ham because I do like bologna on sandwiches. We picked up 2 things of pasta sauce. We have a chunky tomato, basil, and garlic, and then a meat one. And we have some pasta that we have in our pantry. We're trying to rotate through things because I don't want to just prep stuff because we're not 25-year preppers. You know, I just prep enough to have extra. And then you use it. We got to rotate through so that we have, you know, we're eating food when it's fresh and not stale. But we do have pasta and I don't have sauce. Next year, I'm going to try to grow Roma tomatoes, which I'm going to try to make sauce out of and can. Strawberries, they're a little tiny, but they were 2 for $5, so I picked up that. Bananas were 49 cents a pound, so I picked up 6 bananas. I do like a good banana every now and again. Grapes were 99 cents a pound, so I picked up grapes. I do like to have those. And then some olive oil, that was $12.99. And then coffee creamer. So this probably put me over budget, that. And then the crackers were buy one, get one free. So that is what my haul was this week for my grocery budget. Now we're probably, because it's late, it's almost 8 p.m. We've been doing projects around the house and I've been filming for y'all because I know I've been slow on my uploads, but I've been trying to film. I got like, I think 3 videos. Ooh, I got another 4 videos I gotta edit. So I've been trying to just batch video and then I'll go back and edit. So tonight we're gonna do sandwiches. That's just the easiest thing for us to do. Probably some bologna sandwiches because I like a fried bologna sandwich. But I'm gonna get the kids to help put this stuff up and then we're going to make our sandwiches. I'd like to thank Ramjoy for sending us their 2-slice toaster. One of the issues we were having with our Walmart toaster is it is very, very bulky. This toaster is very retro in its appearance, and it's much slimmer and more sleek than the toaster that we have. And I really do like this. It has oversized compartments for bread, and it also has different settings. There's a bagel setting, there's a defrost button, a reheat button, and a cancel button if for some reason you hit the wrong button when you were doing your toast. What I'm doing now is I am going to rearrange some of my canning projects. Now, I was very excited to be able to can this year. It was a learning process and curve for me. I had not done it before, and we had put our canning projects on top of this cabinet. And I know several of you said, no, Shakema, you have to put these lower. We were putting them simply where we had the space for them to go. But I was in the kitchen and Holy Spirit said, change your coffee. I have just extra overflow coffee pods in that bottom of the cabinet, as well as tea bags. And I don't drink a lot of tea. Jackson does. And so what I did was I had him to get up there and get all of the jars that we had down. Now, it looks like we don't have a ton, but we've eaten stuff and we've given stuff away. And of course, next year I'll do better at trying to can more and put more things up, especially as I get more things growing in the garden. I've got some garden plans to go out and restructure the garden a little bit. So here I am just taking things out of this cabinet that really can rest on the top of this cabinet with no problem, which are my rings. And some of those are old canning lids, which I just use when I'm not canning anything, but I need something in a jar. And so here I'm working with my 4 jars canning lids. I almost left them out, but I'm not really a big leave it out person. So I end up putting them back inside of the cabinet. And yeah, I just decided it didn't look right to me outside of there. So I just wanted to make sure that I could put everything inside of something and close it. And so now that we've gotten that bottom cabinet cleaned out, Jackson's going to come in and put in some of the jar, well, all of the jars we actually got in there. And it's just a way actually to keep it closed. And the dog can't fit under that cabinet anymore because we don't have a back on it. I will be putting a back on it sometime this winter, but I didn't want, I'm glad that she's a little chunky now. She can't fit underneath. She used to be able to fit underneath that cabinet with that little bit of space right there. She can't do that anymore. So with that being said, Jackson just put all of these things into the cabinet for me. I was very thankful to have his help. So here I am now, just getting ready to make some toast in this toaster, because I do not like soft bread of any kind. I don't like biscuits. I don't like the inside of biscuits. I'll eat a biscuit, but I prefer it to be extra done and the inside to be pulled out. So here I am just putting my toast in, because we're going to have breakfast sandwiches. Jackson chose to make bologna and ham and cheese. And so I like my shade button on 3 or 4. And as you can tell, it lights up to let you know that it is on. That lever was easy to manipulate. I mean, the toast slid down just like butter. And so I was happy to keep that on about 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 is what I like. And here it pops up. So this is my perfect shade. Just exactly how I like it. And I think it's a little extra wide too for the bagels, and you probably could put Texas toast in there as well. So here is Jackson. He's doing the cooking because I was doing some other projects, and he just came in and helped me with getting the sandwiches done. Actually, he was not trying to help me. He was hungry because, of course, he had been home from soccer for a couple hours, and we had been working on home projects. So he's just making the sandwiches and getting us straight. He usually cooks for all of us at the same time. So there it is, you guys. Just a little bit of around the house after we got done with our grocery haul. We are still working on cooking things out of our pantry and trying to use up what we have, rotate out our stock. We are going to be doing the fill the pantry again, but I want to have a better system in place when I do that. So I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, don't forget to thumb it up. Share it if you feel like it's shareable. Thank you again to Ramjoy for sending me their 2-slice toaster. There'll be a link down in the description box if anybody's interested in ordering one of those toasters. Jackson is using his blowtorch to melt the cheese, being all fancy smancy. Guess that's what happens when you're a culinary arts student. There it is, you guys. Thank you again so much for stopping by. If you like the video, thumb it up, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.